What up, Trail and Summit? This is my custom-built truck camper for the back of my 2007 Toyota Tundra. So, come on in here. First off, we got the bed right back here. I can always extend it. I got this puppy that pulls out. We can make it a double if we need to. We have a lady or a friend staying with us. And then this just pops up. Stays here for storage. I got sleeping bag, blanket, some gas down there, and then my little bench here also doubles as storage. Right now I just got some cooking stuff and some clothes, a knife in there. And then over in this corner we got our little electrical setup going on. We got this little panel with USB and 12 volt, and then we got the lights hooked up right here with dimmer switch. It's pretty nice for when it's dark out and you're hopping in bed. And then yeah, the electrical goes down here. This is an isolator switch just to shut off the battery. And then, I don't know if you want to get in there, but we just got the battery, some other setup with, what do we got down there? We have the relay for the engine, so it hooks up to the truck. So when the truck's running, she charges up this battery, and then I just can run whatever in here. And so yeah, this took me about a month to build. Started out with the tub here in the bottom. Got the framing up and the roof, and then it's insulated. You can actually see its little unfinished part down there, but it's 1.5 inch foam board insulation. And then yeah, just the siding, the pine siding, roof panels. Yeah, pretty basic framing and setup for that. So for the mattress, this is just a 3-inch foam mattress. You can get these at Lowe's and Home Depot, pretty much wherever. And yeah, pretty supports. I can't feel anything underneath. And yeah, it works for me. I got another one for if we want to extend the bed. Just set that one in, get the covers over, etc. And then I have, for my heating, I got a Wave 3, a Camco Wave 3 catalytic propane burner. And it just sets right here in the aisle, and it runs off these camping gas propane canisters. And that's pretty nice. It just reacts the propane with some platinum in the rug heating implement. So there's no carbon monoxide issue and condensation on the walls you get with some of the other propane heaters. So for the lighting in here, we got 3 12-volt downlights, and they're just routed through the insulation in the roof. They all come back here in parallel. Don't quote me on that. But they come down through the wall, come right into this system here, and then the switch has the dimmer, and then everything goes back down to the battery. So it's just a 12-volt system. Got them on Amazon. They're super cheap, and they work really well. A lot of people go with the battery puck lights, and those you really can't see much at all. And yeah, it's a lot better system with these ones. And then so here I wanted a solution where I could still sit and have my headroom, but still have storage right here. So I got these bungees from Home Depot, and they just sit in this bar here. And so you can throw whatever you want in here, whatever storage you need, and then it's super low profile when you're not using it. And then moving over to the windows, so these came with kind of like a foam gasket around them, but you don't really want to trust that. You want to caulk it on the inside and the outside, and just make sure it's totally watertight. And then I kind of did my shellac, my varnish on the outside after, so it overlaps the caulk and it totally seals it up. And these are super nice. You need some ventilation if you're in here since it's such a small space. So yeah, these all open. This one was just an old kind of cab window in a truck, so I painted it, sanded it up, and so yeah, this one's working really well. So I can see out the back a little bit, maybe if there's a big semi, because my door's got the other window. This door I got from just a lumber resupply store. So it's an old door I cut down on the top and bottom and then plugged it up, so it's a solid core, so it's really good for insulation, doesn't let any of the heat out. And then we just got this old RV window I set in here, and then right here on the outside it just latches up if I want to keep it on, and then yeah, that's just on there, and then it just shuts up. I got my deadbolt, my strike plate, my handle, so just pretty pretty normal system like you got in the house. And then on the inside I got the weather stripping. So this totally seals off the door and keeps all the hot air inside and all the water from getting inside. The outside is cedar and it's burnt and treated with a Shao Sugiban technique, Japanese technique. So it's waterproof and fireproof, and then it's got a spar varnish on it for more weatherproofing. And then my windows, I got these off Amazon. They got screen, they open up pretty nice. I got 2 windows on the side and 1 in the door, 1 to the cab. My wires come out right here, and then they go down in the framing. And then they come up, you can see them right there, they come up into the battery. And so yeah, when my alternator runs, charges my battery, and then when I switch it on back there, it separates this battery, so run my electrical without touching my starter battery. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. We had it in 20 degrees the other night. Slept great inside. I got a little heater for those propane cans. And so yeah, it's a pretty great setup. Works for me. Just for up at Baker, up at mountain skiing. I'm pretty excited for this winter, trying it out. Alright, so for the roof, we got, it's 1/2 inch plywood, and then it's a laminate roof. It's got epoxy and fiberglass, 2 layers of 6-ounce fiberglass, and then we just have a topside paint for the blue, and so that keeps all the water off, and the shape's kind of a compound curve, so all the rain just sheds off the sides and down through the gap in the truck. So yeah, it works out pretty good, and I think it looks pretty sleek. Between the paneling here, we got shiplap, so it's just kind of like a puzzle piece that fits together. And then on the back side of the shiplap, it's just some caulk to make sure no moisture can get up and in and inside the wall. And then on the inside, nothing's sealed, so water can get in, and then it can dry out, come out, and there's no mold, no issues with mold. A big thing I worried about was repairability. So I got some extra of all these materials, so I can always take these off, put a new one in, no problem, if I ever see any damage. So if I were to change anything, I'd probably say, because there's a massive amount of storage right here between the side of the camper and the wheel well. And so what I'd do probably is put some doors right on this just to make it more seamless, and then maybe have a shelf in there for skis or whatever gear you want to throw down in there. And I think I might still do that, but yeah, all this storage in here could be of a lot better use. For this camper, my budget originally was around $1,500. But I think I ended up spending, because I added the electrical, I wasn't going to do that, so I think I ended up spending around $2,200. So yeah, it was pretty cheap, because if you want to buy something like this, you're looking at 14 grand minimum, probably. So yeah, pretty cheap, and it's totally custom to what I need. Yeah, it's going to work out great for me, I think. So I've had it down Mud Bay in Bellingham. We just camped down there with the fire. And then just recently we had it up on Alger Mountain Road. Up top there, you can see the Cascades. And you can see all the way down to the Puget Sound, so it's beautiful. And that's when it was super cold. I had icicles coming out of the windows that morning, but we were nice and toasty in here. Again, thanks guys for checking out my custom built camper for my Tundra. Have a good one.